Hi, this is Albert, and we are going to see a new chess application called lichess.org, which is a new application I just installed because apparently I was cheated in the previous real chess application, and it's not nice. I was winning, but then somehow somebody knows how to cheat, and it appears that if when I checkmate the other person, I lost my point. So I already uninstalled that application and already complained, but we can always easily switch to another application which apparently appear to be better. Now this is Lichess. The only weakness is it doesn't have all the animation, but then what's the animation is for? I mean, it's useless for chess player. If you're real, you want to have a look at a chess application that can analyze your moves and contains computer calculation. Moreover, it has more fun because it's got puzzle of the day, and probably you can sort of have a look at this yourself. But then let's just get into the game, my previous game that I just played, and let's have a look. I was rated here. Mainly I just play classical because I hate bullet and blitz, because I know that internet connection can bring disaster, so I don't want to have any drama, and I don't want to play correspondence which takes probably 2 or 3 days or one day because it's too long as well. So usually I just play classical, and in training is actually just solving puzzles, and I get a pretty high rating in training because probably I solve puzzles quite much. So let's have a look at the games here. So I just click the games, and it's actually pretty fun because it's got some analysis here, which is quite good. Also, probably it tells me, I'm not sure where, but it tells me um, somewhere that there are games that I did best, games that I don't really do best. But let's just have a look. Maybe it's not here, so uh, let's just have a look manually. What is this, the largest plus that I have here? Um, the opponents are pretty good as well. I mean, they are pretty good. Probably the machine matching me and the opponent is actually pretty good. I mean, they are actually accounting a very wide range of opponent and variety of opponents, which is pretty good. Okay, let's just see here this game which I played, and it provides analysis as well. So let's just have a look from the beginning. So as you can see here, I'm winning pretty well, and I'm not really sure if actually I can pull out an analysis board from here. Probably I can. Does it actually make any? Yes. Okay. So as you can see, it's e4, and then opponent moves e5, knight f3, attacking the pawn um, at e6, a5, sorry, and then defended by d6, and then I open the c file using c4, and then the opponent tries to make a sort of like a Rui Lopez, and then move the bishop to g4, trying to pin my knight at f3, but I actually challenge the enemy by moving my queen from that is actually under threat of pin or under attack. Move my queen to d4 and then check. The knight covers with say c6, and actually I believe this is not the best way to cover this, because it will create a lot of weakness later on, because as we can see. But I move to h3 because I want to kick the bishop back, and it says inaccuracy here. Probably the best move is be2, because if the bishop takes, as you can see in the arrow there will be a double up in the pawn structure, which is pretty bad. So actually the black bishop didn't take, and it moved back to h5, which is actually, yeah, not the best move. Now I move my knight to c3, trying to build up an attack to the queen side of black. But actually, maybe, this machine, Lichess machine, believes not the best move. I'm not really sure, maybe it's true. But who cares. And eventually the bishop takes the knight at f3, and I just take back, which is considered as disadvantage, because there is a double up of pawn at f file for white, and actually developmentally is actually not pretty good, because if you have double pawn, then it's actually going to hinder the pawn behind at f file. So black actually didn't really take advantage of this, because it makes some mistake, which is moving the queen to h4, which the machine considers as inaccuracy, because maybe there will be something wrong with that. So I move my my rook to g1. It's actually trying to avoid black bishop to move from its original position, so I can take the pawn in front of my rook immediately, which is g7. And look what happens here. So black castles to the king side, and actually my queen is actually already there, so it's actually, for me, I don't think it's pretty wise, because it could be very dangerous later on for an attack. It's actually prone to attack, and I can just build up my pieces to go there. I'm not really sure why it's doing like something like that, but then who knows. I respond with c5 immediately, because I just want to open up black defense, and also I want to bring my bishop from f1 to the play in the queen side, which is the area where the black king is actually there. So as you can see, when I just move this pawn from c4 to c5, there is in the green box behind the pawn there is an opening for my bishop, my white bishop. Oops, what did I do? I pressed back. So just go back again. Oh, where are we? Okay, sorry about that. Let's go back here. There we go. So what happens here? So the knight goes to d4, which is actually interesting. I'm not sure why. It's a mistake, definitely, because I'm just going to sort of progress with this. I'm going to take the pawn which was defended by the black knight, which is queen takes a7, and what happens here is the knight actually tried to take my rook by forking and using check, and so there is a fork between my king and my rook, but then I don't care anymore, because my queen is already there and black king's under fire if I continue my attack, and I just sacrifice my rook, because it's actually doesn't really matter anymore, since I'm going to just to attack and keep attacking the black's king, which is actually near my queen. So black continues to sort of have a goal of gaining material, which is taking g1, and this is actually not really good. So I just continue my attack, which is bishop goes to b5, and it's actually, if I calculate very accurately, the checkmate is actually now unavoidable. But as an amateur player, I don't really calculate that much to 6 move to the front, so I don't actually really follow this, so it will take some more moves than that. But apparently, because we are both amateurs, so we make mistakes. But then apparently it will resign anyway. So so c6 just to try to cover up. I should have taken this, but then I didn't. I just check, which is a blunder because I lost checkmate sequence. But because he also make mistakes, so who cares about calculation anyway? Because we are not machines, we are just human beings with full of psychological imperfection, and also we always try to sort of avoid mistakes. But then we try to attack the opponent as much as possible as well. King goes to the wrong place, which is d7, and it's actually a blunder because I will just take and then keep attacking. So check, king moves there, just taking on materials, and I believe that it will not be able to defend much if I keep attacking. So let's see have what actually, this is not a check position, so what will black do? Black's actually trying to hush away my queen, and it's actually a blunder as well because it doesn't really focus on my king, the white king. So it doesn't really focus on trying to checkmate me. It just tries to gain material and then just try to maybe defend, but then actually has a very good offense it doesn't use. So I don't believe in that philosophy. I believe that the best defense is actually a good offense, because it takes turn, and then if you don't really use your momentum to do this, then you will probably lose. So what happens here? I just keep checking because king will probably just have to move. This is actually was a blunder as well um, because this is actually there will be a better move for me. Actually, I'm not sure why or what, but then the main thing is I keep attacking, and then I just don't want to lose the momentum to sort of stress black out. So king moves there, and I just I try to check here, and then I'm not sure why then the king doesn't escape. Knight takes, and then simply queen takes the knight there, so I have a real threat at f7. So it's actually an interesting game of two amateurs because uh, yeah, they don't really know what actually the best moves are. But there will be dynamics, and we can learn from mistakes because of this analysis engine, which is pretty good. So what does black do? This is not a check position. Finally, black takes this one, and it says that checkmate is now unavoidable because it's actually a wrong move. Yeah, it's actually a checkmate in 9 moves because I can just take this one, and then the king will move somewhere, and then I will just keep attacking and keep attacking, and somehow maybe if the king moves to the to g5, which is pointed at the arrow, I will just open the d file pawn, and then there will be another check, and I'll just keep attacking the king until it's actually trapped, and or from this position I just can take the queen if I want, if the king moves. So probably because black is materialistic, so it has resigned from this position because it knows he or she knows, sorry, that the queen will be taken. So thank you for watching this video, and probably the message is actually focus on attacking the king and focus on offense instead of defense, because with offense and with checks you will get a lot of momentum and you can control the game easily instead of trying to gain materials. Of course materials are important to as a tool, but then it's probably the best idea to use that tool wisely instead of maybe if I just have 2 or 3 tools, but I can use it wisely. It's better than 8 tools. Thank you for watching, and see you.